What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another video, guys. Let's get it started, guys. So, all right, guys, I want to talk about Manchester United. Of course, I'm wearing a Manchester United jersey from the 2018-2019 season. I actually don't really like this jersey too much, but hey, I'm wearing it. It is what it is. But, guys, let's talk about Manchester United because what's going on right now, Manchester United is super interesting. It's must-see TV. It's all over the fucking place, guys. So, I made a video before about how crazy, stupid the fucking transfer window was for Manchester United. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to be all over the place with this video. I'm going to talk about several things, including the transfer window, of course. I'm going to be talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the future, where I see things going, all right? So the transfer window, guys. So to be honest with you, it's been a couple days. I already made a video about my initial reaction to the transfer window. And it wasn't too positive. But the more I think about it, guys, I mean, I'm still doubtful about our future, about this transfer window. But to be honest with you guys, we may hit gold with this transfer window. It may actually be a very good transfer window. But of course, we got to give it time. We got to give it to the end of the season in order to determine if it was actually a good transfer window or not. Or maybe even 2 years from now. There's a lot of young talent that we picked up. But guys, let's talk about it, all right? So we picked up, let's talk about Donny van der Beek. I think Donny van der Beek is a very underrated talent that people are not talking about enough, guys. People are not praising this kid enough, and that's because he has not had enough game time in the first team. And I honestly, guys, if I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I would bench Pogba just to send a message to this team, guys. Because the problem is Pogba is probably the biggest star in this team, right? However, Pogba has not been playing in top form since probably the summertime, guys. He has been slacking, been making a lot of mistakes. I don't know if it's the coaching, if it's the tactics, if it's Pogba himself. He just wants to leave the club. If that's the case, he is fucking up because he's making himself look bad. Especially if he wants to go to Juve or Real, which I think that might be the possibility for Pogba. But guys, I would bench Pogba. I would put Donny van der Beek in there for Pogba. Have a midfielder, Bruno, Donny van der Beek, maybe Matic or Fred or McTominay, whoever they want to put a CDM. However, Donny van der Beek is a serious talent. He scored a goal his first game, guys. Never forget that. I think it was against Crystal Palace when we were getting spanked. Donny van der Beek is going to be the future of Manchester United. I think he might end up being a Manchester United great. He has everything you would want in a player. He has the passion. He's a smart kid. He's very coachable, very much about the team. Doesn't seem like he's an asshole. He seems like he's a very good pickup for Manchester United, and I'm very excited to see what he can do. And we also need him in the midfield to give Bruno and Pogba and those guys a rest. He can come in and he can make a difference in that midfield. He's a great player, and I'm so excited to have him, guys. And people are not talking enough about this guy. And we aren't appreciating what we actually have. And that's an issue as Manchester United fans. I get it. We didn't get Jadon Sancho. We didn't get Jack Grealish, whatever he fucking pronounces. I get it. We didn't get the top targets, guys. But we do have to appreciate what we have. Another guy that I do appreciate is Telles from Porto. I think Telles might be a steal. For the amount of money that we paid for this guy, he's one of the best left backs in the world. We're going to see how he converts from the Portuguese league to the Premier League. I mean, Bruno converted very well. Telles might be another success story, and I hope it's the case. Because Luke Shaw, guys, is not dependable. He has not been playing that great. He's too injury prone. We need a guy that can compete. We need competition, guys. That's the thing about Manchester United. We have not had competition in many positions for a very long time now, since maybe Sir Alex Ferguson retired. And now we have a competition at left back between Alex Telles and, of course, Luke Shaw. And it's going to elevate the two players. It's going to be, all right, if you have a bad game, guess what? This guy's going to start. If he has a bad game, well, guess what? This guy's going to start. And that's something that's good. If this guy gets injured, well, we got this guy. You know? And that's the thing. That's the beauty of it. And I think having a left back, guys, is very important because the problem is if we can get a proper left back, because the problem is, guys, on the right side of the field, we have Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is not an attack player. He's not an attack-focused player. He's more defensive. That's the thing. If we can have a balance of the two, where on one side we have a defensive fullback, and on the other side we have an attacking fullback, we're going to go a long way, guys. And Telles is an attacking fullback. And that's the thing. We need a guy to have good chemistry with Marcus Rashford, and it depends on where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to put him, because now that we have Cavani, we're going to get to Cavani, he might end up switching players. And on top of that, Martial is going to be out for a game or however much he's going to be out. So that might actually mean that if Cavani can make it into the first team, Cavani might actually be in the position of Martial, and then he might actually switch Marcus Rashford and have someone else at left wing. Who knows what they're going to do, guys? But I think it's important to have an attacking fullback, so that way we have another attacker. And on top of that, we need a fullback that can have good chemistry with Marcus Rashford, because I think that's what Marcus Rashford needs. He needs a fullback that can give it to him, that can help him out there to get him back in form, guys. Because Marcus Rashford has not been in form, and some of it, I'm not blaming it on Luke Shaw and whoever we had at left back. But some of it does have to do with the fullbacks as well, guys. The fullbacks are very important when it comes to making plays happen, making goals happen. He gives an assist to Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford gets it. Bam, goal. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that, guys. And right now, we don't have a fullback that can do Luke Shaw. Not dependable enough. Brandon Williams is a fucking right back. The guy's right-footed. He should not be playing left back. And now that we got Alex Telles, that means Brandon Williams is going to be on the right side. So that's the good thing about Alex Telles. I think Alex Telles might be a great person, and we need defense, guys. We need to be more defensive. Because the thing is, Harry Maguire is slacking. Lindelof ain't it. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been out of form recently. So we need someone in that back four that can be consistent. Alex Telles seems like he's a very passionate player and someone that might bring some balance to this team, right? So I'm very excited about Alex Telles. Cavani is a much, much, much needed player, actually. The only thing that's going against Cavani, guys, it's a couple things. One, the guy is about 33, 34 years old. He's up there in age, all right? So usually by the time a striker gets into their 30s, they kind of go downhill. Of course, Lewandowski is a whole different situation. Messi is a whole different situation. Ronaldo, a whole different situation. There are some exceptions to this rule, guys. But for the most part, a lot of people, a lot of strikers and wingers, when they get into their 30s, they're not as productive. They're not as fast anymore. Of course, age is catching up. Father time always wins, guys. However, Cavani's case, he was in PSG. He was doing a good job there. However, he has not played in a while, and that's another concern. He has not played in a while, on top of being 33, 34 years old. On top of that, he's coming from Ligue 1. The competition over there isn't as good, so he's coming to the Premier League, which is the most competitive league in the world. We don't know if his type of play, the way he plays, is going to convert over very well to the Premier League. So we're going to see how that's going to go. Hopefully it goes well. But guys, let's think positively here. Let's think optimistically. Cavani is a world-class player, guys. If Cavani was 26, 27 years old and we picked him up at that time, everyone would be going crazy about Cavani. Because this guy is a great player. He has a ton of goals. The man is a legend. You know what I mean? And we have this guy coming in to replace Ighalo. Ighalo, guys, let's face it. He started off great, and then he went downhill. He has not been productive since. Ighalo will be off of loan, and we'll go back to his team back in January. We needed a replacement, a person to back up Martial. Cavani could be that guy. And Cavani if things go well, guys, Cavani could be one of the best pickers we've had in a minute, as crazy as it sounds, even though he's 33 years old. And we picked him on a 2-year contract. Not bad at all. 2 years, I think he has 2 more years in him before he hits the bucket. I mean, before he's not as productive anymore. Cavani, let's just hope he does well. All right, we have Cavani, right? Another player we picked up is that guy, Torre. I forgot his I think that's how you pronounce it. Torre from Atalanta. So this kid right here, judging from what I'm hearing, he is a wonder kid. He might be the next big thing. His ceiling for the potential that this kid has is very high, judging from what I've been told from many people. And I hope he reaches his potential, guys. Again, he doesn't have that much first team experience. They're going to put him straight into the first team. He's not going into the into the little youth academy teams and none of that. He's going to go straight to the first team. So we're going to see how this kid does. I think the reason why he's catching a lot of negative responses from the fans is because that was supposed to be Sancho. He's a right winger. We were supposed to pick up Sancho. Instead, we picked up this kid from Atalanta, and now people are mad about it. But guys, he might actually be one of the best things that ever happened to this club, and I really hope so. I'm being optimistic about this kid. I really hope that he comes into this club and changes it. Of course, he's not going to come to January, so that's the downside about this. However, speaking of another one, we picked up this kid named Palestri or whatever his name is. He's from Uruguay, just like Cavani, and I think he's a winger as well. And this kid, I don't know much about him, guys, but he's another wonder kid. Nobody really knows shit about this guy, all right? I'm gonna be honest with you, all right? But we're gonna see how this kid does. Both of them do, they're both young. It's cool that they're picking up young kids, but at the same time, guys, we kind of need people for now. Sancho would have been that person. However, I don't think the club had that much money. They didn't really have a plan to get Jadon Sancho. I think we left that till last minute thinking Dortmund was bluffing. However, they're being real. They wanted that price. And if we would have given him that amount of money, we would have got him. We didn't do that. So instead, we picked up two young kids at that position that can probably be as good as Sancho. Maybe. And we don't know that. And that's the issue. We don't know how they're going to do in the Premier League. We don't know how they're going to do in the system. And another thing, guys, speaking of that, we don't know if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is even going to be in the team anymore. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's facing a lot of bullshit because I think the transfer window, a lot of people are very negative. They're very pessimistic about this transfer window. Supposedly, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted Jack Grealish, Jadon Sancho, Upamecano. I think that, guys, I'm butchering names over here. Don't roast me in the comment section, all right? That guy from Leipzig, the center back, right? That everyone wants. Who else? I think it was Nathan Ake, and I forgot who else he wanted. I think it was. I think those were the main guys that Ole wanted, and so we didn't get those guys. Of course, we ended up getting other guys that he didn't even want. Right, so this might cause a lot of turmoil within the fucking club because now Ole doesn't have any trust in the board. The board probably wants to get rid of Ole, and they want another fucking manager. I've noticed there's a whole pattern with Manchester United, guys, where they will get a manager, right? The manager will do good for the first couple games, right? Then they back him the first window or so. They get into the Champions League, and then after that, bada bing, bada boom, we're not backing this motherfucker no more. And that's what's happening to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's what happened to Jose Mourinho. That's what happened to the other coaches before. And I'm kind of scared, guys. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm a fan of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm not saying he's the best manager at all. No, I'd rather have a Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, whatever it is. But, guys, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what he's done, guys, we cannot take what this man has done for granted, guys. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is slowly trying to bring Man United back to its old glory ways, guys. He's trying to make this team focus more on youth. He's trying to make this team have more of a family vibe. He's trying to bring those values back that Sir Alex Ferguson had for so many years that were successful, that got us to be one of the biggest clubs in the world. And that's what I like. He had a vision. However, the board and everyone else in charge didn't share that same vision. They had their own agenda. You know what I mean? And so that's the issue. It's a clash. We can't blame all of this on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We can't blame every loss on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Sometimes the players have to do with it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different factors here. And yes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has fucked up from time to time. I will not say he hasn't. He has made big mistakes. However, every coach has made mistakes, guys. Let's face it. Even the top elite coaches and managers have made mistakes. So let's cut Ole some slack, all right? Nobody's perfect. But to be honest with you guys, I'm not very optimistic about Ole's future, especially with this transfer window. Because the thing is, this transfer window, guys, does have a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential for it. But then again, guys, there's a lot of issues with it as well. Because it's not what Ole wanted. He had a vision for this team. They did not get the players that he wanted for his system. So now he has to take players that he didn't even want and put them into that system. And on top of it, guys, the players that we have aren't performing as well, guys. Harry Maguire is not performing that well. There's drama in the club. Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, they had a fucking they had an argument after that one game in halftime, right? So there's a lot of issues with this club that Ole has to handle. I think he's losing the locker room, and on top of that, he's losing the board. And this has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of these players are fatigued. They're tired. There's not enough depth in this team, guys. And that's because the board has not been backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, guys. And this team is not good. I don't care what manager you have, guys. You can have Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, and sure, the team might do a little bit better, guys. But for the most part, guys, the fact that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got this team to be in third place is a huge accomplishment, guys. Jose Mourinho a couple years ago said the biggest accomplishment in his coaching career was getting Manchester United to second place. That is telling you something, guys. That's telling you this team is not good enough. Not even Jose Mourinho, who's one of the best managers of all time. Not even him could get us to glory. So what is that telling you guys? That's telling you the main problem is the board. That's the main problem. You can get whatever coach you want. Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, Ancelotti, whoever the fuck you want. Zinedine Zidane. Nobody will do a great, magnificent job with the board that we have. They're not being backed. It needs to be a total team here, guys. We have the players, we have the managers and his staff, and then you have the board. The board is not backing the manager, which means that put the manager in a stressful situation where he has to see what he can do with the team that he has, and the team isn't deep enough for that, guys. Manchester United is not deep enough. A lot of these players he didn't even get. A lot of these players are from other coaches, from other managers. They don't fit Ole's system. Ole tried to get these players out. Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez, all these guys. The problem, and another thing that brings me to another point, guys. We brought in players, but we didn't sell any players. There's a lot of deadwood in this team still, guys, and we haven't sold. We're not bringing any money into the club. We loaned out a lot of people. Yes, we sold Smalling. Yes, we sold Sanchez. But we still have a lot of people on loan that we have not even sold. And that's an issue. We need to sell more players. We need more money coming into the club so that way we can invest some of that money into getting players. So we're going to see what's going to happen, guys. I'm not really optimistic about this team. Supposedly there's a lot of rumors that the board wants to sack Ole by Christmas, get Pochettino. Guys, even if Pochettino comes to the team, he might improve it just a little bit. He is a good manager. However, guys, it's going to be the same pattern. He's going to win a couple games, right? Then they're going to back him in the summer. And then they're going to get to Champions League. And then, bam, that's it. Let's sack him. You know, we're not going to back him. Let's sack him. It is what it is. And that is a pattern. And I think us as United fans cannot be blaming a lot of it on the managers. Not even Jose Mourinho could do anything about it. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done the best he could. Third place. That is an accomplishment in itself, guys, with the team that we had. Some players want to leave. Pogba didn't even re-sign his contract. I think he's going to go to Real or Juve. Bruno is tired as fuck. Supposedly his mental state is all over the place, which is why he didn't even play in the Portuguese game this past a couple days ago. You can tell a lot of these players are stressed out, guys. There's a lot of pressure playing for Manchester United, and a lot of us don't take that into consideration. We think, you know, why is it a lot of these players come from other clubs and they do good in those other clubs? They come over here and they don't do good. It's a lot of pressure, guys. And on top of that, we don't have the depth in order to rotate players and have them playing at their full strength because they're tired as fuck. Bruno's playing every game, 90 minutes. Pogba, same thing with Pogba. Same thing with the center. These center backs are not good enough. They're not trustworthy enough. There's a lot of issues we need to handle in this team. We cannot blame it on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer alone. This is a collective group over here. There's a lot of fingers to point at, guys. But mainly the board. The board have not been backing their managers. You know, it's stressful as a Manchester United fan to keep talking about this because it's like a pattern. I have not bought any new shirts, any new jerseys for Manchester United because I do not want to support a club that doesn't even care about its fans, that doesn't even care about its legends. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a legend of this club. The man put this club on his back and did everything he could with it. Got us to third place, did not get backed. Did not get back. Their excuse was the coronavirus. Meanwhile, teams that just got newly promoted and teams that almost got relegated and all that shit are spending tons more money than we have, and we haven't spent shit. We're over here getting wonder kids, not knowing if they're going to do any well. Getting 33, 34-year-olds, not knowing if they're going to do well. And sure, like I said, guys, there is an upside. Maybe they'll all do good, but we don't know that. And that's the thing. It isn't a part of Ole's plan. We need to go with Ole's plan. He wanted Jack Grealish. He wanted Jadon Sancho. Why couldn't you pick up these players? They keep saying they're going to get Jadon Sancho in the summer. I think that's a load of baloney. I don't think, even if it was a possibility, even if we did have the money, guys, do you think Jadon Sancho would come to Manchester United after what we put him through this past summer? Hell fucking no. If I was Jadon Sancho, I'd go to Barca or Real or Liverpool, wherever else. This team is in shambles. Why would Jadon Sancho want to come to a team like this that might be in the bottom of the table, guys? But let's face the facts here, guys. We have not been doing good at all. We did shit against Tottenham, Crystal Palace, teams we should have beat, guys. We have not been doing good, and that is a huge concern for me and a huge concern for many fans in the Manchester United community. And if we want to break this cycle, guys, I honestly don't even know what to do. I think we might as well not pay for any of the merchandise. Just completely boycott it, affect their pockets, and maybe they may listen to us as fans, because this is ridiculous. These owners keep making more and more and more money and spending it on dumb shit, putting this club in debt, not getting us the players we need in order to win championships. We have not won a trophy in 3 fucking years, guys. This is embarrassing. We're always in 5th place, 3rd place. I want to be in 1st place, guys. I want to win Prem Leagues. I want to win Champions Leagues. I want to win Europa League. I want to win it all, guys. Every single trophy we can get, I want to win those trophies, guys. We don't have the players for that at the moment. And I'm not saying the starting 11 is bad. We just need a couple pieces, and we can do that. We needed center backs. We didn't get center backs. We needed a right winger. We got one of the kids that we don't even know if they're going to do good. One of them's coming in January. Greenwood is not a natural right winger. He is a striker. He isn't even ready yet. The guy's only fucking 18, 19 years old. What is that telling you guys? This club doesn't know what it's doing. It doesn't have a plan. It doesn't have a vision. Even if Ole had that vision, they're not making his vision come to reality. And that's an issue. There's miscommunication there. There's issues there, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, guys. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope this transfer window is actually great, and I hope all these players end up positively impacting this team in a positive way. And I hope we can get back to our winning ways, just like we did in the summer and we've done with Sir Alex Ferguson. I'm tired, guys, of Manchester United. I'm so tired. I don't want this negative shit to be happening anymore. I'm sure you guys don't. But guys, let me know what you guys think about this transfer window. Let me know what you think is going to happen to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, where you see this team going in the next year or two. Put it all down in the comment section. And peace out, guys.